Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is obviously not the usual day that I post a video. This is a bit of a bonus video. It is currently the 2nd of April. It is Sunday and I was really keen to put this video out as quickly as I could. As you might be able to tell by the title, I want to go through some of my monthly favourites and welcome in the new month. I've made a list on my phone of a few of the things that I've really enjoyed this month, things that are going to continue to be my staples or things that I've discovered new this month. And it kind of varies from things like beauty to clothing to home decor to TV to books. Like there's a massive variety. So yeah, grab yourself a cup of tea and put your feet up, enjoy yourself, and I'm going to talk through some of my monthly favourites for March. So as you can probably tell, I am currently getting ready for the day. We don't have an awful lot planned today. It's going to be a cosy Sunday. We are probably going to end up watching some kind of football at some point because I'm pretty sure that's on today, and then just have dinner, the two of us. It's going to be a nice quiet day with James and I and Ronnie, of course, as well. So yes, I'm currently in the middle of getting ready. One of the first things that is definitely, sorry, this jumper is really bobbly. It's actually a really old jumper. I just grabbed it out the wardrobe because I wanted something comfy to wear and something that made me feel a little bit more like spring but still keep me warm. So this is what we went for. The first monthly favourite that I have is a beauty pie product, and it is officially known as the Super Luminous Under Eye Genius Corrector. And it is basically, it looks a little bit like a highlighter, but it's basically just a little jar of magic for your under eye. It basically is like a bit of a highlighter for your under eye, and I do like to use a little bit of the excess on my eyelid as well, because I do sometimes get kind of like a purpley colour around my eye. Hopefully you can kind of see the difference looking between this eye with nothing and this eye, where you can kind of just see the light reflects it now, and it's just a bit brighter and I look a bit more awake. So yeah, I think there's two different shades. I have the light / medium shade and I use it every day, especially in the summer. Actually, it's one of the very few things that I actually put onto my face. So yes, I very much like that, and that is Beauty Pie. I will link everything down below that I mentioned today as well. One of the other things that are basically an absolute essential for my skin when I'm doing my makeup is the Revolution, if I can show you because it's quite shiny, so it's actually really hard to show you properly. The Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I wear shade C3 and I have been using this for a very long time. I actually always have a stash of spares because I don't wear foundation. Like the only time I would ever wear foundation is if I was maybe going out to a nice event or a dinner or something, but very rarely do I wear it. So actually the only thing that I put onto my face is this concealer, and I always use a damp beauty blender or whatever they're called. I think they're called beauty blenders. I don't know why that word has just come out of my head. But yeah, I always use a damp one. And obviously at the moment, the only areas that I try to just lightly cover are my cheeks, just to cover the kind of coloured marks and to just give it a little bit less texture. Literally just pop over it with a damp beauty blender, and it blends in really nicely. It actually matches my skin tone perfectly, and it just gives you a nice bit of coverage over any areas that you want to blur out a little bit, and it makes a nice difference. And then I just put a bit under my eyes as well. Again, not a huge amount. I am absolutely no makeup expert in any way. I don't really have a clue what I'm doing, to be honest. I've just worked out what works for me, and that's all it comes down to. Bit of the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush powder in number 1 just to finish it off, to give it a slightly more airbrushed look, and then that is basically the base done. Obviously you still can see like the marks through my skin, but yeah, I just like it to look as natural as possible. So for my brows, I use a couple of Benefit products. I use the Precisely My Brow Pencil in shade 2.5, and then I also use the Gimme Brow Gel, I suppose it's called, Brow Volumizing Fibre Gel. And at the moment I'm using shade 2. I do usually have shade 2.5 in the full-sized version, but they didn't have my shade in stock this time, so I got the mini version just in case it was wrong, so I didn't spend too much getting the wrong colour. So this mascara made it onto the favourites list as well, actually, because I did discover it in March, I'm pretty sure. I feel like everyone knows about this mascara already, but it's the Maybelline Sky High Mascara. I think you can get different versions or like a waterproof version, but this is just the standard black version, and I fell in love with it. I absolutely love it. I did use the Charlotte Tilbury, I think it was Roller Lash, or no, that's Benefit. It was Pillow Talk. It was the Pillow Talk Charlotte Tilbury mascara, and I absolutely loved it. But the only thing, besides the price, the only thing that made me struggle with it is that I'd always get panda eyes. It would always go onto my eyelids, it would always go under my eyes, so constantly over the day I was getting paranoid and I was having to like wipe above my eye to make sure there was no black there. I thought I'd give this a try. I think I put up like an Instagram story for some recommendations, and this one was recommended to me, and now I can understand why. It gives me almost the same effect as the Charlotte Tilbury, but it has never once yet gone onto my eyelids or under my eyes. I'll try and show you up close the wand. So it's kind of a simple wand, to be honest, but it's really good for length, it's really good for volume, and it pretty much captures every single lash. So there's the difference. If you can see, look at that difference. That is quite the difference. That is pretty much the finished look for a very casual Sunday. I'm going to very quickly give myself a little bit of colour. So yeah, that is the finished makeup look. I am going to quickly do my hair because obviously my hair is not done at present. I have just got out of the shower and I literally haven't even brushed it. Look at my lion's mane. So yeah, I'm going to do my hair very quickly and then we will move on and I will tell you about some more of my favourites for March. Beauty favourite that I have had this month, well technically last month now, but in March, is actually one that my friend introduced to me. It's another bargain one actually. Not all of my kind of makeup stuff is super cheap, but a lot of my favourites seem to be, so this is another bargain one. This is from the Collection range and it is called Lip Spa Lip Oil and Argan Oil, and I absolutely love this. I love a lip gloss, but I also love something that has multiple advantages to it. So not only does this look like a really nice clear lip gloss, but it also actually really helps my dry lips. And it's literally just a lovely clear gloss. And also, I don't like ones that have like a bad taste, if you know what I mean. Ones that don't taste very nice. But this is absolutely fine. And yeah, So that finishes off my look for today anyway, so that was quite useful talking through it with you. So 2 other favourites that I had throughout March are very conveniently next to me, so I am going to show you them. Number 1 is my face halos. I use these every single morning and every single evening. I actually have quite a collection of them sat in my basket. I think I have about 7 or 8 in total, so I basically have a fresh one for every day of the week. And these are amazing for both taking off your makeup but also using with your skincare. I can confirm that it does work for me to take off my mascara as well with just water. But yeah, I also use this with my cleanser. So actually I tend to put my cleanser on and then use this to take all of my makeup off. And then I do my double cleanse with the same cleanser, which is a really gentle one. And again, I just use this. And the fabric of it is soft enough to not irritate your skin in any way and not be too harsh, but also enough that it does kind of give you a little bit of a scrub as well, rather than just using your hands. So yeah, I really like these. I'll link them down below, as I'll link everything, but you can get them individually. I think you can also get them in a pack of 3 for about £18, but they are on ASOS. So anytime there is an ASOS sale, which there might well be right now, then definitely get your hands on these because they are really handy. The other favourite of mine is a find that I got from the range, which you might have seen in a haul that I did a while ago. I actually need to top this up and get some more cotton buds into it. But yeah, I picked up this jar from the range for, it was something like £2 or something. It was really cheap. And I've been using it to store all of my cotton pads. And I just absolutely love it. It looks much more aesthetic than a rubbish old bag of cotton pads, and I literally just go into it every evening to take off my makeup and pull out a cotton pad. I use the cotton pads for my mascara with some eye makeup remover actually. That is now nice and full, and I'll pop the lid back on. A good find that. I will link that down below as well. Moving on to a couple of fashion pieces now. There are a few bits that I bought throughout March that I have been wearing and using quite a lot. Number 1 being the H&M mum jeans that I'm pretty sure were £19.99, and you can get these in so many different colours. I went for the light blue version. In fact, I think there's multiple versions of the light blue as well. And they are really comfy. I ended up keeping the size 6, which after a wash or 2 actually fits me perfectly. They do feel a little bit tight when you first buy them, but then once they've been washed, they do kind of loosen up. Absolutely love these. I will show you them quickly full length. So these are the jeans full length. I've actually rolled up the bottoms. Sometimes I do keep them all the way down, but other times I actually like to roll them up because I think they look quite cute rolled up. So yeah, I've just paired them with my jumper today and they are really comfy. Skinny jeans are just gone from my wardrobe. Apart from black ones, I seem to just be wearing mum jeans and looser jeans all the time. So these are definitely here to stay, and I think I will get some other colours closer to summer as well. So there are a couple of other things that I have been wearing loads and loads, which I will show you. Number 1 is this really pretty jumper that I got from Tesco in the F&F range. It is a little bit creased from being squished in my wardrobe, but I got this in a small. I don't know if there is an extra small version, but when I bought it, there was only a small available. And at that point, I actually just really desperately needed a jumper. I needed like a spare top because I was away for work. So yeah, I picked this up and I just think it is absolutely perfect for spring. I've never had anything that's yellow, and to be honest, I don't really have anything else in my wardrobe that's stripy either. But I got quite a few compliments on this. I really like the V-neck. It's quite a flattering fit and it is the comfiest, stretchiest material. It's really nice. It was really cheap. It was about £19.50. I'm just wiping the sleeve across Ronnie's head right now. But yeah, it was £19.50 and I just think it's a lovely jumper for days like today when you want to embrace spring, but it's not feeling very springy outside, so you do still want something quite warm. So yeah, big fan of this one. So the other thing I have been wearing loads and loads I'm going to get my chins out to just do this up very quickly. Okay, that's better. So this is the top that I have been wearing loads and loads and loads. You literally have seen me wearing it at some point in just about every video. I'm sorry, am I wiping them all over your head? Am I disturbing your sleep and wiping my clothes on your head? So yeah, I wear this to go out when I want to be comfy. I wear it for dog walks. It is just so cozy, and I've been wearing it under my Reese gilet and also on its own as well, just with leggings and trainers. And it is the loveliest teddy material. I have washed it a couple of times and it is still just as good quality as before. I did get it from H&M. And I got the size extra small, which is actually the perfect size, I think, for a size 6 or 8. Moving on downstairs, there's a couple of other kind of home bits that I wanted to share with you as well, which were things that I picked up or things that have come in very handy. Number one, I picked up some of these linen napkins from H&M Home. They were £8.99 for a pack of 2, and I actually haven't opened them yet because I haven't had a use for them. I've actually had people come around for dinner as well, and I completely forgot that I had them. So this is my reminder to myself for April to use the napkins that you bought in March. In fact, I'm going to open them now and I'm going to pop them into the cupboard so that I don't forget about them, because I had them in the basket under the console unit, and I did actually get 2 packs of 2, I think, so I've got 4 in total. But yeah, they're a good size. I thought they were a lovely colour. Obviously they need a little bit of crease releaser or something on them, and they've got a really pretty like brown trim to them as well. But yeah, that's kind of the texture up close. Lovely linen napkins. That was hard to say. That is harder than you. Lovely linen napkins. So yeah, I'm going to pop those in the cupboard. So the other thing, which is a little bit more random, but something that I ordered that I have got a lot of use out of, is my draft excluder, which goes by the front door. This is actually a small business that I found on Etsy called The Willoughby Way, and she very, very kindly made me a bespoke size that fit my front door. I went for this gorgeous little Highland cow print. She does have quite a few prints, and it was quite a reasonable price as well. I think it was only about £20. So yeah, this just sits by the front door, and I just think it matches the theme of our home so perfectly. It's a beautiful kind of countryside feel. It's actually really cozy. I could always use it as a cushion, but yeah, the quality is really lovely. So I just can't fault this. So I would definitely leave a link to her Etsy shop down below so that you can have a look, because I love finding things from smaller businesses. And honestly, I was looking online and the ones that I were finding were either so like stupidly expensive, or I just didn't like them and I couldn't find one that I loved. So actually I was really pleased that I came across this one. I thought I would touch as well on a few TV bits that we've been watching, because I am always on the lookout for good TV series or good films, and I feel like I've just watched everything that is out there that kind of suits me. So I always like to know what people have been watching on TV. Number one is something that we absolutely binged the life out of. I think it is the #1 TV programme on Netflix at the moment, but it is called The Night Agent, and it's, without kind of ruining everything, it's basically about a guy that works in the White House, but he's kind of like very low level in the White House, and his job is to sit in front of an emergency phone that never rings, basically. And obviously the whole thing starts off, the phone rings and he answers it, and it turns out that some kind of secret agent spy people are in trouble, and they leave a warning, and yeah, people have got to figure it out, and it's all about kind of being an inside job and all of this stuff. So if you like anything that is a bit of crime, a bit of drama, thriller, something that you don't feel like you're going to know the answer to until closer to the end, it is really good. What else have we been watching on TV? I've actually been binging something on Disney Plus, which is just a bit of me. Obviously, part of my job kind of involves working in the medical industry, but ages and ages ago, I used to love Grey's Anatomy. That was just my thing. I binged it with my best friend so hard. I never actually got to the end because I have a habit of ruining things for myself. And then when I know that something sad or something like really awful is going to happen, it kind of puts me off watching it. I don't know why, I do it to myself every time. But there is something similar that is on there. I can't actually remember how old it is. Again, I'm probably really late to the game, but it's called The Resident, and it's very similar to Grey's Anatomy actually. At first I wasn't sure if I'd get into it, but actually I did really get into it and I'm really enjoying it. And there's quite a few seasons of that. So if you have Disney Plus and you like those kind of hospital drama programs, then that's another thing I've been watching that is just kind of an easy watch that I have on in the background, or I kind of sit when I just want to chill and just watch something and just let the episodes go by, and then 3 hours have gone past and I've been sat in front of the TV. So yeah, that is another recommendation as well. So the very last favourite that I want to share with you for March is a candle scent. I actually received this as a PR gift, but I have been obsessed with it. This is not like sponsored or an ad or anything. They literally sent it to me with no obligation to post a single thing, but I fell in love with it. The brand is called Marmalade of London, and they basically have candles, big and small, reed diffusers, room sprays. I think they've got body bits, and they have the most gorgeous scents. So this candle is Pacific Orchid and Sea Salt, and it smells just, oh my gosh, it just smells incredible. I don't know what it is, but the kind of combination of the floral scent with the sea salt in it just makes such a refreshing smell, and it is the perfect smell to go in this room, and I really like the packaging. So I've been kind of using it sparingly because I never want it to run out. It officially has 40 hours burn time. It's a soy wax candle, made in Britain, of course. So yeah, I'm a really big fan of this, and I'm definitely going to be repurchasing once this has run out. I will link their website down below and a link to this candle, but I absolutely love their scents. There are a couple of other bits that I got from them as well, which are just as nice, but the Pacific Orchid and Sea Salt scent is by far my favourite one, and I actually think would be really nice in a diffuser as well. It is packaged up beautifully in like boxes and bags, and it's just something that I would happily give to like my mum or my friend, or someone as maybe a housewarming gift it would be really nice for. And they are not like the cheapest prices around. I'm not going to say that they're a bargain, but I think for the quality of what you get, it is worth the price that you pay for it. And it's not an extortionate price. It's kind of mid-range. So yeah, that was the final favourite of mine that I really enjoyed in March. So I will wrap up today's video here. I hope you enjoyed the bonus Wednesday video. I wasn't really expecting to do it, but as I said, I really wanted to slot this one in between my Sunday videos because I was keen to share it with you, and it was just a little insert to saying hello to April. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you again on Sunday morning at 8:30. Goodbye.